Hey guys, welcome to your March videos. Oh my goodness, super excited. A lot going on in March, guys. Pisces season, Aries season. So we have a mixture of these energies. I've got my rose colored glasses on to talk to you guys today. You know, Pisces. I have my Pisces shirt on because there's a Pisces full new moon today. It happened actually in the morning time. So I'm recording these on the Pisces new moon and I'm going to be uploading them later on tonight, which I think is cool because, maybe some of the things that we talk about can potentially help you on your new moon journey. So, of course, at the beginning of my video, I want to go through some of the astrology, especially because this month I didn't talk much about that in the videos, which is another thing I want to mention, guys. I like my themes, I like a good theme. And so, I'm not sure if you know this, but usually when I record my intro video first and then I record the monthly videos. This month, I thought it would be very interesting and very Pisces-like, very 12th house-like to record all the videos first and then record my intro video. So what you're watching now is actually after all the videos have been recorded. And I didn't think about it till later that was very symbolic because the 12th house happens after the journey, right? We have Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. So we're in the 12th house now, you guys, and we're at the very end of Pisces season. So when you watch these videos, well, for most of you, if you watch them as soon as they're uploaded, I'm uploading these videos towards the ending of Pisces season. I wait till the middle of the month to kind of upload my videos. Well, I went on the journey with you this time. So when I do these readings, I do them in order. So there was Aries and Taurus, and it's like I kind of traveled around the zodiac wheel. And then now we're here at the intro, when usually I record my intro first and then I record all the videos. So that was just something there that was kind of symbolic, and it made a lot of sense after doing so. So yeah, I have all the readings done and they're very, very deep this month. This month I decided to do a 12 card spread because Pisces is the 12th house. So I use two different decks and I'll have all that information below. If you want to know, I have the Goddess deck, which is a really cool deck, and then I have the original Rider Waite tarot. So I got 6 cards for all of you, and then I got 6 clarifying cards, and then this month it was Gemini and Scorpio that won the giveaway. So if you're a Gemini watching or a Scorpio, you guys got extra oracle cards in your readings for being the most likes and views this month, okay? And I didn't talk much about astrology because the actual readings are about an hour long. A lot of deep stuff going on here. So, you know me, I just kind of record and talk and channel the message. So I wanted to make sure I really covered all the astrology in March in this intro video. And as far as the actual readings, they're very subconscious, very deep, 12 card spread there, okay? So guys, March is really interesting. March is that month. Every year, March has kind of a similar energy. I didn't really realize it in my earlier years when I was not as into astrology as I am now, but I always feel the energy pick up in March. I wasn't sure if it was because of my birthday at the beginning of the month or if it was because of spring, but it makes a lot of sense astrologically because in March, we do have a cycle completing. We have not only the ending of Pisces season, but the beginning of Aries season, which is the first zodiac sign. It's the astrological new year, the spring equinox, all of that is just days away. So we're feeling that energy. And another significant thing about March is that, well, we had no full moon in February, but we have a Virgo full moon on March 1st. So we literally entered March. It's kind of interesting. We entered in a new cycle in March. March 1st was the Virgo full moon, and full moons bring new beginnings and completions. And then at the end of the month, we have the Libra full moon on the 31st. So this month is literally, it's like, for me, there's this energy of like the in between of whatever happens in a full moon. Like the first was a full moon, the 31st is a full moon. So this whole month is just kind of outlined with this full moon energy. So this is a month of completions. This is a month of new beginnings. This is a month of a cycle ending. And it's always a month of cycles ending, but this year it really is. I mean, we have so many different things that are encouraging these cycles to end, which is this new moon in Pisces, this full moon in Virgo, this full moon in Libra, this astrological new year, which is symbolic for the sun entering the first house, which means it's traveled around the whole entire zodiac wheel. This happens every year on the Pisces Aries cusp. So on the 19th / the 20th, we'll have the sun enter Aries, which is literally symbolic for the first day of spring, the spring equinox. So as far as moons, we have a lot of emotion, a lot of new beginnings and endings. We have that opportunity today to plant the seeds that will come to fruition on the Libra full moon from the 17th to the 31st. We need to be manifesting a lot of stuff that we want to see come to true in our fruition, okay? So Virgo full moon on March 1st. We had, for the first couple weeks of March, guys, I mean, we're looking back now. As we watch this and as I speak about this, we're looking back to our past. That first couple weeks of March were very, very intense. I mean, there was a stellium in Pisces. We had Venus, Mercury, the Sun, Neptune, and Chiron all in Pisces. We have a little bit of a stellium going on in Pisces today, too. We have the Sun and the Moon and Neptune and Chiron. So, but not as powerful as Mercury and Venus being there. So until the 6th, so I think for a good few weeks or so, we had Venus and Mercury in Pisces, which is very spiritual. But Mercury and Venus entered Aries together on the 6th. And then we had a Jupiter retrograde on March 8th. And daylight savings time on March 11th. I wanted to reach that. I wanted to mention that because even something like that, it brings a different energy to our world. I mean, the sun is staying out for longer. It gets darker later, I believe. That's what it seems like to me, at least. We move an hour ahead or whatever. So that is something energetic that happened on March 8th, on March 11th. Jupiter retrograde. I have Jupiter videos out, you guys, for any of you who want to know what this Jupiter retrograde is all about. Jupiter was the first planet to go retrograde in March. We had 3 long, beautiful months of all the planets moving direct. So hopefully we took that time as a big green light for the universe. We took that time to start a lot of projects and new beginnings. And now Jupiter takes its turn to go retrograde. And we also have Mercury going retrograde on the 22nd in Aries. So that's going to be interesting. I'm happy to get all these videos out before that because you know how that can be with electronics and stuff. So just be careful, guys. Make sure you're keeping your receipts to certain things and stuff like that, okay? A lot of stuff going on. So Pisces new moon today on the 17th. It's already passed. It happened at 6 a.m. And we have St. Patrick's Day on that same day. So a new moon, St. Patrick's. This is a very, very lucky new moon, you guys. Anything that we plant, anything that we manifest is very much going to come true because it's on this symbolic day for luck, right? St. Patrick's Day is not only about drinking, it's the luck of the Irish. We have these 4-leaf clovers and the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow type of thing. So there's going to be a pot of gold at the end of the manifested rainbows we have this month, okay? And the next thing that we have towards the end of the month is Mercury retrograde, which I mentioned in Aries. Also, on March 17th, we have Mars entering Capricorn. That was something I did not mention in the Capricorn video. So that's just something to keep in mind, guys, that Mars is entering Capricorn today. We have the sun entering Aries on the 20th. Happy Astrology Day, National Astrology Day, Astrological New Year. Happy Spring Equinox. And then, of course, that Mercury retrograde happening. So, I try to keep it in order. So, yeah. Mercury retrograde happening after the equinox. And then we have Venus entering Taurus on March 31st. So we end the month there. And then interesting that Venus enters Taurus the same day that we have the Libra full moon, because that's a very Venus ruled energy. That is a very Venus, because Taurus and Libra are both ruled by Venus. So this full moon at the end of the month is very centered around abundance and attraction and beauty. So it's a very nice time to be manifesting those things from 17th to the 31st. You really want to align yourself with abundance and beauty and love and attraction. We can attract these things into our life right now, attract love. Venus and Taurus is going to be lit. And then again, that Libra full moon, it's interesting to start the month off on March 1st with a full moon. And then we end the month with a full moon in Libra. So there's these full moons, that are literally impacting this whole entire month. So that tells me that this moon is, I'm sorry, this month, I keep calling it the moon month. So let me put that up here, just the moon month. Because we got 2 full moons. Now, next month, we go back to having just 1 moon, which is kind of intense having 2 full moons in 1 month, don't you think? So as far as the moons go, it definitely tells me that there's a lot of emotion, a lot of completions and new beginnings starting. We have so much, guys, and this is just the notes that I had. I talk about how this is going to personally affect us in each of our readings. Okay, the readings are quite nice this month. It was nice to do the readings first and then do the intro. So that's been nice, but that's why the videos are coming out a little bit later, because I have to wait to record my intro video, which is a part of this whole thing, right? So yeah, we definitely want to be careful. I don't know why I said that. We definitely want to be careful, huh? Well, the universe wanted to say that. I was just talking about how I had to wait to record my videos for the intro. So, I don't know. I guess there's something that we should be careful this month, with ourselves and with the people around us with all these completions going on, because, Pisces season is a very, very symbolic time. This is the 12th house we're talking about here, Neptune, spirituality, subconscious energy, So as far as Pisces season, guys, it's very spiritual. And I hope that you can feel that kind of energy in the videos. They are kind of long, so I wanted to kind of get my intro recorded so that I can get these uploaded for you guys. It's just such a spiritual time. And as a Pisces, I can definitely feel the fact that we're literally standing in between an ending and a new beginning. And there's a certain cycle that is closing out, and there's a new cycle that is literally days away from starting. So as far as our intent, guys, as far as what we're manifesting, it's all about thinking about the journey. So you want to think about last March and what all that you've been through, the journey that has taken place, the challenges, the obstacles, what you've overcome, your success. Very important right now that we're thinking back on what has happened since March 17th, 2017, and what has happened from March, basically last year, because that's the astrological new year, March 20th. So whatever happened from March 20th last year to now is everything that we should be embracing and reflecting on. What is it that you still have to do work on? What is it that you still could grow? Where are areas you could still grow? What have you accomplished? What have you succeeded in? So it's our successes, and it's also the journey up ahead. The journey up ahead has a lot to do with what hasn't been completed this cycle. So as far as these cycles and this energy and these moons and just everything that the 12th house represents, a lot of growth going on, you guys. And I know sometimes the 12th house can make us feel very pushed and pulled and just ripped into shreds, This Pisces energy is collective. And it's this time of year when we really, really start to understand at an energetic level why Pisces is all zodiac signs, all zodiac signs in one. And it's because all of us go through something in Pisces season. It's not just Aries or Taurus or Gemini, or it's not just ourself or our values. Pisces represents the collective. Pisces season is a very emotional time. And it's when unresolved emotions come to the surface. So March could be filled with a lot of unresolved emotions, guys. It certainly has been for me. But the thing is we're headed into the last couple of days of Pisces season. So we made it through, guys. We made it through. And, the end of March is always a little bit different. The energies pick up. Aries comes in and they're so strong. They're so powerful. They're all about self. They're all about the I am. So we take what we've learned about everything on this journey and then we apply it to the Aries first house of self. So this is a new journey, a new beginning for all of us. And anytime anything passes through the 12th house and into the first house, there's a rebirth that takes place. So the sun is about to be reborn. Our awareness is about to be reborn. The fact that Venus, the way that we love the goddess, we're attracting new beginnings right now because Venus has already passed through that cusp of rebirth, which is starting today from March 17th to March 23rd. There's a very mixture of Pisces Aries energy, which is very steamy and passionate. It's water and fire. It's cardinal and mutable. It's the ram. It's the two different fish. So it's about taking that cycle and charging forward to a new one with that Aries energy. So the end of March, when we finish the third decan of Pisces and we enter the first decan of Aries, there's going to be a lot of passion that comes in. There's going to be a lot of fire. There's going to be a lot of heat. You know what I mean? We have these retrogrades and stuff like that. But we're one step closer to a new journey, you guys. There's so much ending and completing in different areas of our life. So I hope I did a good job in the videos kind of explaining that, and I hope what comes up in the videos is relatable and helpful, especially because I'm a Pisces and this is Pisces season. And the fact that Pisces kind of are at home in this energy, you know, Pisces everywhere, they kind of come out in Pisces season with poetry and stories and pictures and love and water and intuition. The fish come out to swim in Pisces season. Now, we're feeling very refreshed as Pisces because we've had our solar returns. By the way, happy birthday to any Pisces watching. Happy birthday to any Aries watching. And I just want to thank any new subscribers. I love you guys all my viewers. I try to connect with you guys so deeply. Shout out to all of you who have got personal readings with me so far. It's just been one hell of a journey. And I sit back and I think of how far I've come since last March, and it's just mind-blowing. It's so great, you know, to share this journey with you all. I've been doing this channel for almost a year now, and I don't regret it. I'm so happy I pushed myself last March to do this, because I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you guys. I wouldn't have such a handful of people. I have almost 800 followers, and to me that's just so humbling. It's not about the number, it's not about the money, it's about the message that I have to share. So I hope you enjoy the messages that I have that came up for you this month, and hopefully I'll be back talking to you next month. There's a lot of changes going on with me, guys, and you know, I could potentially find myself in a situation where it's not as easy to read tarot, if you know what I mean. And if that does happen, if that is on my path, you know, then I will do my best to still talk to you guys and still, you know, still make my guidance available to you, because I do appreciate connecting with you all. So I want to get this video uploaded. I didn't want my intro video to be too crazy. You know, it's very important to stay clear in Pisces season. It's very important to have everything kind of straightforward, because the energy in the universe, it has already been very hectic. It's already been very fluid and watery. So I wanted to really tap into my Capricorn rising and my Taurus moon this month. But of course, my Pisces creativity is definitely shining through also. So, alright guys, thank you so much for watching my video. I am going to have a timestamp below to fast forward the intro if any of you just, you know, don't want to continue watching the intro. So, I have all the love for you guys. I hope Pisces season has been so transforming. I hope Pisces season has been spiritual. I hope you have been emotionally awakened. And I hope the cycles that are ending for you end with grace and end with love, so that you can open a new door of reality and to start this new journey on the right foot. Alright guys, I guess I will see you in your next videos, okay? Bye. Hi Aquarius, welcome to your March video. I'm like so excited. To be honest, these are really long videos this month, about an hour long. And I've been working really hard the last couple days recording all these videos for the zodiac signs, and I just always feel so lovely when I reach the Aquarius video. Because, well, first of all, Aquarius is the 12th house of Pisces, and I'm just a fan of you guys. And you know, I know that Pisces is the last zodiac sign, so your birthdays have passed, right? So these eclipses and your solar returns, so the energy maybe has slowed down a little bit, and everything has moved from, I definitely felt that shift, like from Aquarius to Pisces season. I definitely felt that. And I'm definitely feeling the shift to Pisces and Aries. So March is all about your second and third house, Aquarius. So maybe a lot of financial communication or financial changes, communication changes. So let me think here. Just because I'm at the end, I don't want to tuck her out. I want to make sure that there's nothing here important to talk to you about, because these videos are going to be a little bit different. The energy's just been different. So I recorded these videos different. So as far as, well, Uranus, your ruling planet, is moving into Taurus soon. Not in March, though. So astrology-wise, I do believe some of the major events happening with you have passed, which is kind of a good thing, Aquarius, because that means you can kind of just get back to the norm a little bit. And things got really wacky there in January, February, even a little bit before that with that Leo eclipse and that Aquarius, even before that. So times are just, we're coming to a completion. Pisces and Aquarius, they hang out there at the end of the zodiac wheel. So it's Pisces season, which is the last sign of the zodiac. So there's a lot of completions going on. There's a lot of new beginnings around the corner. So we're kind of in the middle of this, like whatever happens between the beginning and the end. I guess just the middle, this actual story. So we're like going through this energy, and I know that some people can feel it. They can feel that certain things are ending. They can feel that certain things are beginning. This is the ending to a cycle. And as far as March, we have the astrological new year. We have 2 full moons this month, guys. Oh my goodness. First full moon was literally 2 full moons in March. On March 1st, we had a full moon in Virgo. And on March 31st, literally the first day of the month and the last day of the month, literally 2 full moons. Now, I think you might like that full moon in Libra at the end of the month, because that's an air sign moon, and I think a lot of you enjoy that kind of moon energy because it makes emotions more intellectual. The moon is emotion, right? But air signs can be very intellectually emotional, so I think I like air moons too, honestly, because it's like communication. Instead of just sitting around feeling a bunch of stuff, you get shit done, you get shit figured out and clarified and stuff. So 2 full moons this month, astrological new year, spring equinox on March 20th, Aries season, which is probably going to be a bit different than Pisces. I don't know how you guys enjoy Aries season. I know a few Aries Aquarius unions, so that'll be interesting to see what's going on there for you. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get 6 cards from this deck here. I have 2 different decks I'm using this month because, Pisces duality. I wanted to have at least 2 different decks to work with. 6 cards from this deck, and then I'm going to validate with 6 cards from this deck. So we have a new deck here that I brought out for March, and it's very interesting, the pictures. I'm going to show you your ruling tarot card because it's not like the traditional. It's shown in a different way, and it's very beautiful. So I'm going to get 12 cards for you, because Pisces is the 12th house, so I wanted to keep it kind of like a theme. So we've got a 12 card spread for Pisces season, and of course we're going to have the underlying energy to consider as well. So what I've been doing is I shuffled your cards. I always shuffle the cards after a reading, and I make sure that whatever sign I'm doing a reading for, their ruling card is on the table. So I shuffled and I shuffled and I shuffled until I seen the star card. So let's take a look here and see what your energy is looking like. So we have the 6 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups and the Queen of Swords and the 4 of Wands. So Aquarius, there's a need to balance out your finances, which is not surprising because, your second house is Pisces, okay? So as far as the financial department goes, definitely coming in here in your reading. There's a definite need to balance that out and make sure that what you're giving out is what you're getting in, everything like that. I mean, this is exactly what was underneath you. So to me, the card that's underneath the ruling card is showing the main message or the main energy. So definitely, Pisces is your second house. So the universe just wants to make sure you're not losing out too much financially. Make sure that your career, Aquarius is very multitasking here. In this card, you're pouring from both hands. In this card, you're using both your hands too. One to balance out and one to, so this is definitely, when you think about it, kind of an Aquarius energy. Making sure that nobody gets left without, which is exactly what's happening here, right? So I don't know if it's just financial balance. I think it's just balance altogether, especially emotional balance. Because we have the 10 of Cups here too. So the 10 of Cups is an emotional completion, happy home life. This is being content with your emotions and things like that. So there is a need to create balance between Aquarius and the home life in March. And then we have this Queen of Swords, which I know you're happy to see, because the Queen of Swords is someone who's very, very mentally strong, someone who's very mentally in authority. This is mental authority here. And you know what, when we're talking about those air signs, it's not so much about emotion or anything like that. It's about communication. So this queen literally has authority over her own communication. This is keeping a strong mind throughout March, so I'm very happy to see that as well. Possibly communicating about this balance that needs to take place in the home life. Because I see that the Six of Pentacles is in between Aquarius and the Ten of Cups. So as far as mental and emotional balance, communicating your emotions, communicating financial balance, communicating with these people who, I don't know, they could be asking for certain things financially as far as assistance. And, you know, I know you're used to pouring from both hands and everything, but, you know, the universe is asking you to really take a look at your finances this month because of that heavy Pisces energy. I mean, in the beginning of March, there was a stellium in Pisces. So there was a lot of energy in your second house. And now Mercury has moved from there to Aries. So we do have a few retrogrades this month too. We have Jupiter retrograde, which I have a video out if you want to check that out for Aquarius. And then we have Mercury going retrograde on the 22nd. So I'm glad to see that you're being mentally strong, because hopefully you can maintain this energy, you know, when that goes retrograde. So we have a lot of really interesting energy here happening for you, Aquarius. A lot of wands for sure. So we had the Four of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and the Seven of Wands. So this is the happy home life too. Some of you are really celebrating something in the home life, because when you have this card with the Ten of Cups, I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. So you could just be communicating about this, or some of you could be getting married or in relationships in March, or just really celebrating something in the home life. This is all about your foundation. So there's something, maybe a relationship that's coming in really quickly in Aries season for you guys, because the fire is very much picking up here in the universe. And then we have this victory here. So not only being victorious within yourself, but being acknowledged for that victory. This is a celebration happening. So we actually have two celebrations coming in for Aquarius. And this is going to be different for all of you, but there's celebration coming in very, very fast, whether it's celebration for you or with you, or if you're celebrating someone else, but it's coming in quick and it's passionate. And we have the Hierophant and Libra. So this is kind of a Venus energy here, because Venus and Libra are both ruled by, Taurus and Libra are both ruled by Venus. So interesting that we have the Hierophant in Libra. So I'm thinking this Libra card, well, this is just balance. Some of you might be with Taurus. I know that I know Aquarius that are with Tauruses. So for some of you out there, this could be a relationship with a Taurus or a Libra. If it's with the Taurus, then there's justice coming in, or just balance coming in with that, because Taurus, you know, I'm not sure if you're with a Taurus or not, but they're coming up on their birthday and everything this spring, so they're going to be kind of changing a little bit. Okay, so there might be balance that's restored in a relationship with you in a Taurus, but you know, the Taurus card is all about tradition. So there's a traditional balance coming in here for Aquarius as well. And if you're with a Libra, then you're just going to, you know, you may be getting in a traditional relationship with a Libra, or you may be grounding yourself with Libra. You could be learning. This is higher education as well, because the Hierophant is also the High Priest, and Libra is the cardinal air sign. Very intellectual energy here, and they're similar energies because they both have these pillars. So it's almost like the High Priestess. So interesting there. It's very, very judge-like energy, right? So there's a judge and I don't know if some of you have court-related matters or something this month, but if so, it's balancing out, and I wouldn't worry about it because it looks like there's justice coming in, and balance with the Taurus, stability with the Libra. Now, there's also this grounded energy coming in with, when I see the Libra card this month, I'm being very led to talk about the Libra full moon at the end of the month. Okay, on March 31st, there's a Libra full moon. So that Libra energy could be coming through for you. You may learn something higher, because this is all about higher knowledge. So the Libra energy on the end of the month might really teach you something, because we have these two people here learning a lot from this Libra energy. So Taurus, Libra coming through here. And we also have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. or you just, this might be your energy taking on the very King of Wands energy come Aries season. This could be an Aries individual. Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so for some of you, there is a Leo coming up too, because I see the Strength card. But as far as this energy here, the universe is offering you some sort of financial something or other, and this is the single. So for single Aquariuses, there's something new coming in here, and it's something you can see and feel and touch. Now, if you're not single, then you're just showing up as a person who's very content with the things that are surrounding them, which is pentacles and money. So you guys are, this is so financial, you know, and it makes sense because Pisces is your second house of value. So you're being shown here surrounded by everything that you work for. This is about being surrounded by abundance and the universe just giving you more of that. And so here comes this Leo card here. And like these are literally two Leo cards here. So some of you Aquariuses are definitely with a Leo, because the Page of Wands is kind of like a Leo too. So this is also the strength to be creative, the strength to start a new creative journey. This is the strength coming in, Aries season bringing strength to you, because the Page of Wands could be the beginning of Aries season. The Page of Wands is on a new passionate fiery journey. So you could be feeling on fire, you know, definitely some of that coming up here. And now we have the King of Cups. So for some of you, this might be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but I don't like to get too caught up in the signs. It's more about the energy. So, you know, you may have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy, or you could just be really, really emotionally in control right now. You could just be really, really handling your emotions with authority and with integrity, because the King of Cups is really nurturing, and this is a Cancer energy. You know, he's very, very emotionally intelligent. So there could be some kind of emotional celebration, because I do see emotional celebration here, okay? Very much so. For some of you, there may be a third-party emotional situation that the sun is going to bring awareness to, but I really just see this as happiness and vitality. I mean, this is the card I got for Tarot Tuesday, so the end of March is very much an emotional celebration, just for the fact that we made it this far, you know. And the sun, you know, the sun is literally, this is spring, that happiness that spring brings with it. It's the sun moving into Aries in the astrological new year. But I just believe that there's something to celebrating happiness and socializing energy returning to you, Aquarius. And now we do have that Cancer energy, literally. Cancer and an Aries. Interesting. Literally. So there might be a quick moving Aries in your life, because the Chariot card is all about fast movement. And if not, you're just taking your emotional power back. So if you're not dealing with an Aries, the Emperor is coming here. Well, it's going to be Aries season, so this could be a Cancer coming into your life in Aries season. I'm not sure what this is going to mean for all of you, but this is very fast movement. Aries season coming in very fast. I believe that you guys are going to be more victorious than you're aware of in Aries season. And there might be some kind of conflicted decision, and it might have something to do with finances, because I see the Ten of Pentacles down there. But I see that you could be a little mentally conflicted, Aquarius, over this Cancer and Aries. So interesting there. So I like to just kind of read the story there that's going on, but I don't want to get too far into the reading yet. That was not your reading, okay? I'm going to let Spirit choose your cards. So I'm going to put you back on that was just to kind of see a little bit of a message there. Now let's see here. So we have the Five of Wands here, and the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands. So there's definitely, because here, if you want to take a look at your card in this deck, it's quite beautiful. This is very different, but it's the Star card, and this is how you look in this deck, okay? So as far as the energy right behind you in this deck, we have the Five of Wands. So there's a part of you in March that also feels like there's things just going a little bit all over the place. Things going in a lot of different directions. People maybe not on the same page as much as you'd like them to be. You know, this is way too much of a hostile energy for a sweet Aquarius. You guys are very, very quiet. And I mean, excuse me, I wouldn't say quiet. That was kind of the wrong word to come out there. I would just say you guys are really mellow and just, you know, stable. You guys are the fixed air sign. So that is a very hostile energy. So there's something there. And then you have these two twos. So just like I told Capricorn, you've reached a crossroads in March. And I mean, we kind of all have. This energy comes up when there's an ending to a cycle. You know, you have these two paths. You can either keep going down the same path, or you can start a new path. You can evolve or stay the same. I mean, that's what this card talks about. The universe wants to know, are you going to make a decision based off of comfort or based off of growth? If you want to stay comfortable, then maybe you're going to stay in the same old situation. But if you want to grow and if you want to expand, maybe you're going to choose something a little bit different for yourself. And I mean, there's literally two paths in this card, you know. He probably came from this way, and now he has to make a decision. Are you going to go this way or that way? Another thing I'm noticing about this card is that there's a retrograde happening. So as far as Mercury and Jupiter, something to keep an eye on, because that's definitely going to call you back to the past. Now, whether you should go back there or not, I'm not sure, Aquarius. It's up to you. So, let's see here. What's going on for you in March? Well, okay, we have the Three of Pentacles coming up here, which is the same card Capricorn had. And then we have the Nine of Wands. So, I know that there's a little bit of maybe at work, because listen, this is definitely, the first week of March was definitely centered around your finances. So I'm not sure how well you were working together with others or how well other people were working with you. Knight of Swords, gosh, I see that Knight of Swords so much for myself personally. Like when I'm just reading my own tarot. Okay, so that's kind of, now these energies can happen at any time in March, but this to me is symbolic for the first 2 weeks of March. So the first 2 weeks were very, I just see Aquarius really defensive the first couple 2 weeks of March, just kind of shifty-eyed, you know, just making sure, maybe keeping your eye on things at work, like, okay, let me make sure nothing's going on weird at my workplace, you know, because to have Pisces as a second house, it can bring up a lot of emotion. Okay, so we have the rest of your cards here coming out quite easily. So, okay. I'm going to get the, okay, so we have a secret Aries coming up here, but bottom of the deck is the Seven of Cups. So, it could be some emotional confusion or just multiple options emotionally in March. But let's get some clarifiers and then we'll get going on the message here. So, show me the Three of Pentacles for Aries. I'm sorry. See? I don't know why Aries is coming up. Maybe it's because it's Aries season. Okay. Alright. Ten of Swords. Okay. Let's see the Nine of Wands, please. What is the Nine of Wands doing in the Aquarius reading? Nine of Wands, please. Okay, I think you have two. So we literally have the Ten of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. So, show me the Knight of Swords, please. I really like these cards. Show me the Knight of Swords for Aquarius, March 2008, please. 2018, gosh, 10 years ago. Okay, alright. So you're getting a few cards here, but that's okay. Well, they're obviously meant to be. So show me the Six of Swords, please, and then we'll get going here. Alright, we're going to have to really hone in here because I can't do two cards for everything. So we have the Magician flying out, like the magical magician. And see, in this deck, it's predominantly women. So, let's see here. Okay, bottom of the deck, Aquarius, is the High Priestess. See how the High Priestess looks in this deck? Very, very spiritual there. So, definitely some underlying energy of spirit and emotion. And I don't know, I don't really feel too much secretive energy with this. But there is this secret with Aquarius this month that they're feeling a little bit emotionally overwhelmed. But let's see this this reading here. Okay, so we start the reading off with the Three of Pentacles. So definitely some teamwork situations going on here, but it doesn't look like that the teamwork's going extremely well because it's coming out with the Ten of Swords. So as far as anything that doesn't seem to be working for you this month, Aquarius, there's a need to kind of just retreat mentally from it and just kind of meditate and just heal, because the Ten of Swords is kind of a very, very, very heavy mental energy. So I think you are really, really placing mental energy on the fact that you want to work well with others. This is your second house we're talking about here. And this is the first couple weeks of March, and that's when this energy was very, very much intense. So as far as what you're doing at work, I really do see this at work. Like you're just trying to follow directions. You're not trying to step on anybody's toes because people are very emotional first couple weeks of March. So you're literally just trying to follow directions and just, but there's some kind of mental. So I think mentally at work, there's something that's just ain't working no more for you. Like, I don't know if this is a third party situation at work or something like that, but it has to do with teamwork. But there are 3 pentacles, so sometimes there's a third element to something going on. So you might work with 3 individuals or something that it's just causing you mental exhaustion or something like that. There's a need to just rest, when it comes to this teamwork effort. So that's kind of interesting, Aquarius. There's something mental that you're thinking about, and I think you just want everyone to put their heads together, kind of, and you're just kind of relaxing. This Ten of Swords is quite different in this deck. It doesn't look as painful as the other Ten of Swords. It's kind of an ending, you know what I mean? So there might be something ending in a teamwork situation, okay? Which might mean a new job. It might mean a new financial endeavor. It might mean just a certain ending to something. I'm not sure. But we'll come back to that and see we might even pull more cards on that or something. But we have the Nine of Wands now. So definitely a little bit of an interesting energy, Aquarius, making sure that this man, he's been through a lot, okay? He's very wounded, and he's been through so much that he's almost expecting it to happen again because he's all tired and everything like that. And he's like wounded, and, he's definitely making sure there's nobody coming out of the corner of his eye, because I'm telling you, there's someone who isn't working with you this month. The whole teamwork situation, I don't think you really feel like this is happening. I don't think you feel like you guys are all working together harmoniously, which is important for Aquarius. So when Aquarius does not feel like everybody's on the same page, when they don't feel like everyone's working together harmoniously, you guys get kind of worried, and you get this shifty eye, you know what I mean? And you're just ready to fight, you know what I mean? Like, you're not physically, but passionately, or just metaphorically, you know what I mean? Whatever has been wounding you, whatever battles. This is a battle card, okay? But this is talking about the final battle. So after this card comes the Ten of Wands, right? Where you see that man and he's carrying all the wands on his own. So there is a certain heaviness here with you this month, Aquarius. And that might be due to the fact that no one else is carrying their own weight in the financial department. You could be paying for a lot of things. You just might be overworked. That's what I see, Aquarius, that you're feeling overworked. And we have a lot of tens here. You're damn near at the Ten of Wands. You had the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords at the beginning of March. So beginning of March was very overwhelming mentally, even financially. And there's just a lot completing. Okay? So I'm not sure what this defensiveness is about, but it may have something to do with an emotional financial situation, because we have the Ten of Pentacles and the Page of Cups validating this Nine of Wands. So kind of interesting there. I mean, it might have something to do with your emotions. It might have something to do with financial stability. I think this is in the career. I really do, because now we have the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. So the universe is showing me a lot of completions going on with Aquarius this month. And then this Page of Cups is a new love offer, but also new emotion. It talks about synchronicity. So I just think this is that Pisces energy, Maybe this is the reason why the Nine of Wands is a little bit defensive, because of some sort of Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio in the work environment. Literally is what I'm seeing, honestly. And you're just trying to, stay grounded financially, which the Ten of Pentacles talks about. But I'm seeing some defensiveness here in the finances and with this Page of Cups. So that's very interesting. There could be some kind of defensive completion happening with a love offer, or with, you want to pay attention to the synchronicities in the universe as well. But that's kind of interesting, Aquarius. There's kind of a mysterious element here, and I'm going to come back. I think it'll make more sense as I keep on going. So you end the first couple weeks of March with literally ready to charge forward with clarity. Like, I'm not sure what you maybe didn't have clarity over in the beginning of March, but the Knight of Swords is charging. And this knight has no regard for consequences. He's just ready to charge forward towards what he's charging forward to. So it was like something that you were charging forward to over here. Like you could have been charging forward towards this Page of Cups or towards this Ten of Pentacles. You could be charging forward to financial stability, which ultimately leads to mental clarity. Because this is like, every knight card, it has an action-packed energy. So every knight card, it talks about, movement. It talks about action. So since this is an air sign, this is literally Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy. I believe this is your energy really charging forward come the middle of March. This is when energy picks up. The first couple cards were very interesting because I think the first initial energy from Pisces season was a little bit weird. I think you just felt like kind of resting and just, it was a really strange energy going on there. And then at some point, you got back to that mental Aquarius energy, that air sword energy, and you started to charge forward towards clarity. And it could even be emotional clarity because the cards that came out for that were the Fool and the Queen of Cups. Let me make sure this is the Queen of Cups. Yeah, this is the Queen of Cups. Because even in the King of Cups, it's symbolized by a woman because this is the goddess deck. So there's a new emotional world forming for you, Aquarius, because of Pisces season. I mean, Pisces energy forms a new emotional world with everyone. So there is a need here to kind of take an emotional risk. And I think that's what you're charging forward to, towards this new beginning, towards this emotional situation. The Queen of Cups, we had that, we have the Queen of Cups here twice. I didn't realize that. So definitely a Queen of Cups energy there for you. And I don't know if that's a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, or if it's just you, really touching into these feminine energies and just really gaining authority over your own emotions. And once you do that, there's a journey that you're ready to start. There's a risk you're ready to take, and there's a leap you're ready to make. Okay, and that's exactly what's going on in that Knight of Swords. So this is telling me that Knight of Swords is there's action being taken towards a new beginning. So there's a mental new beginning that you're demanding, or that you're just really rushing towards, and not in a bad way either. Because you've assessed your emotional world, you've really thought about what you feel about this situation emotionally, so you're ready to start a new beginning, and that's the Pisces portion of the reading, I think. And then we move towards more the second half of March, which is where we're at now. So this gets a little bit futuristic here. So first initial part of Pisces season was very much centered on financial stability. That this Ten of Pentacles is very much a financial completion. And then this Page of Cups is a new emotional beginning. And, it almost is like this energy came along to kind of lessen the defensiveness of this Nine of Wands. Okay, that might be what's going on there, is that this energy came in to kind of help you during that energy and during this energy as well. Because there was something that just wasn't working together. I think you could feel that there were thoughts clashing. I don't know why the Three of Pentacles would come out with the Ten of Swords. I think it's just death to that situation. Some of you are getting rid of a third-party situation, which you're happy about. So now we have the Six of Swords, which is coming up a lot for Pisces season. And I'm not surprised because in Pisces season, it's like we're all in these boats, and then there's this rocky water down here. Pisces season can be like that. But it's all about looking towards your future and getting to more stable ground. So some of you Aquariuses are really, really thinking about moving away from a certain hectic situation. You really want to get to a place where you're more emotionally secure and more grounded. So this is an air energy. So this is your energy, Aquarius, Libra, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. So some of you could be leaving something behind this month. I'm not sure if it's a people, person, place, or thing. But, you could definitely be leaving something behind towards the second half of March. Now, if you're leaving behind this Ten of Swords hostile work situation with the Three of Pentacles, then that's good. And I'm seeing here that it's with the Magician, okay? So multiple options going on here. And it's like there's these books. I like how the Magician is in this card. Because we have the sword and then all these books. And then we have the cup and then all these books. The pentacle and all those books. And then the wand back there with all those books. So what that's telling me is that you have a lot of knowledge about all these different elements. So you have a lot of knowledge. That's what the books symbolizes, is literally wisdom. okay, and like knowledge that you have. So the magician is quite intelligent, and you're coming up here as the magician because you probably tap into this kind of power to leave a certain situation behind. It could be leaving a thought. I don't know if you guys are leaving people, places, or things, but you could just be leaving behind certain emotional thoughts that no longer serve you. And you're doing that because, you know, there's no need to over focus on this when we all have air, earth, and fire and water energy in us. So the magician has all the suits, right? So it's just about kind of taking the knowledge you have from all these different elements. So what have you learned, Aquarius, about water elements? Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. What have you learned about air element? Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. What about Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or Sagittarius, Leo, Aries? Because heading into the second part of March, you might need to sit like this magician and kind of tap into the more magical side of yourself, the more analytical side, the more wise side, because you have a lot of knowledge there. You're all about future knowledge, right? So, I don't know. I think this is something that you guys manifested. You might have manifested a situation. You might be manifesting, you know, the chance to get your emotions more stable. And so, we have the Queen of Cups now. Okay, so the Queen of Cups is on the table twice. So I definitely see a new emotional journey, and I see you seeing emotions in a different way. This could be your energy or a Queen of Cups in your life. I'm not sure if you have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, or if there's just Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy that sticks out to you a lot. This could be Pisces season. This just symbolizes nurturing. It symbolizes intuition, emotions, feelings, spirit, you know. So all of that is very much happening in our universe right now. And the Queen of Cups is one of the best cards to come out for that energy because she's very calm and she embraces her emotions just like the King of Cups. So some of you might have manifested a better, it literally looks like that because that's what happened here. You know, they talk about this card and how the water is so much choppier down there. And then out in the distance, it's way more grounded and still. So if I was on a boat, I would definitely want to get to this area, not where you're leaving. So you're leaving something behind with a little bit of regret, but you know that it's literally meant to be, that it's no longer in your life. And it's like you manifested a new emotional foundation for yourself. It's like you've manifested, you know, a more sound, because she has this really sound foundation, this throne here, and she's not quite in the water. It's just surrounding her. So maybe you manifested a situation in Pisces season where emotion was all around you, but you weren't quite in it, all right? Because that's kind of how Aquarius does things. You guys don't need to be in something to be of something, if that makes sense. And there could even be a little bit of emotional avoidance because in this card, for your reading, for some reason, I'm paying attention to this girl's face, and she just looks a little bit... she's looking at that cup in a very interesting way, and then we have you here on the ground and not in the water again. So I'm saying that because we have the Four of Cups, and this can symbolize distraction. You know, this can symbolize in the other tarot deck, there's this hand coming out of the universe trying to offer this cup to a man that's sitting under a tree, but there's these Three of Cups that he's too focused on. So I'm not sure if there was an emotional third party going on, or if you felt three different ways, or if there was you and another person and then some kind of third party or something, but it's being hidden under the table here. And there's like, you're just staring out the window though, and you're not really seeing this cup here. So this could be symbolic for an emotional distraction. I'm not sure if there's a Cancer or a Scorpio, Pisces in your life that's kind of been an emotional distraction for you. If so, this might have to do with why you were feeling a little bit guarded and defensive, because you're guarding yourself and you're wondering if this Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio is going to come back into your life and make things kind of rough in the career, you know, because you're just trying to be the Ten of Pentacles, which is someone who has what they need, someone who's doing their job. Remember, you're just trying to work together. You just want to work together, but you're working together in a very painful situation. Starting to make a little bit more sense. Okay, because we have also this new water energy coming in with this defensive energy. So, I don't know, Aquarius. That's very interesting there. And then we have some sort of emotional distraction here. So, I don't know if it's a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or if it's just you being distracted by literally your own emotion. But, you know, you're kind of staring out the window in a daze, and You might be thinking about this Queen of Cups. Some of you might have a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio in mind that you would really like to be with. Or maybe it's just someone who's very emotional. Maybe it's someone who makes you feel like the Queen of Cups. Someone who heals you. Someone who's kind and nurturing and inviting. That's the Queen of Cups' energy. And I'm seeing that you are very much in thought about this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Or maybe Pisces energy, maybe Pisces season. You know, even though this is at the end, this is more so when Aries season comes in. So I don't know, when it comes to that, Aquarius, come Aries season, the first couple weeks of Aries season, like last week of March, you might be distracted emotionally, which is kind of ironic because that's when Pisces energy kind of lets up. But I don't know, it's interesting. This queen, they kind of look the same, don't they? You see how this queen is in deep thought about this cup? And then there's this lady here that's in deep thought about, like, they literally look the same. They're both in deep thought and they're both facing this cup. And so, you know, in tarot, the cup represents water signs. It represents emotion. It represents feelings and spirit. So there's some focus here on this cup. But you want to make sure that you're considering these cups down here too, because they're still here. Now, the Four of Cups is usually someone who's very much focused, but in this picture, someone has swept those under the rug and put them down here, and she's just literally focused on this cup or something out the window. Okay, but I'm seeing this queen looking at a cup, and I'm seeing this queen looking at a cup. Male and female, there's just some emotional focus here. It's interesting because right above that, you're focused on a cup too. So there's, maybe you're just looking at emotion because look at this Queen of Cup. A lot of, see how much she's focusing on the cup? Very intensely. And then she has her hand on this like kind of world orb. So it's like an emotional world. And this is all happening because of a new journey emotionally. And we do have the High Priestess here. Okay? And it's interesting. We'll get to that in a minute there. But that was interesting to see that. So we have two Fool cards, okay? So the Queen of Cups is on here twice, and then we also have the Fool card twice. So definitely the beginning of March, end of March, there's two new beginnings in store for you, Aquarius. And here's the Fool card in this deck, okay? So this is, you end the month, you end March with a new beginning, and that might have to do with that full moon. Okay, it really might. You might be taking certain risks, you know, at the end of this month. And I think everybody's getting really interesting cards right here, which is symbolic for the end of March, right? And we have that with the King of Wands. So Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy, or just you. This is someone interesting how this woman is depicted. I mean, it is the King of Wands. We can tell because the crown is different. And I'll show you here. This is how I can tell. The queens have that type of crown. Not sure if you can see, but it looks a little bit more delicate. And then the kings have these more masculine looking crowns. I'm not sure if you've seen the difference there, but definitely the King of Wands. I'm not sure if you have a King of Wands in your life, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, or if you're being your own King of Wands, or if this is you just taking passionate authority. Actually, this could actually be, this is definitely Aries. It just kind of dawned on me. Because the Fool card is the 0, and it's also represented by Aries. So some of you are having a new beginning with an Aries at the end of the month. Some of you are just having a new beginning in Aries season, like Aries energy, whether it's in a person or whether it's just in the zodiac. It's the energy of that Aries brings right now with spring. And it's, you know, it's an exciting energy. It's an energy where you're ready to passionately leap and kind of, you know, start a new beginning, because this is literally the astrological new year. This is, you know, the spring equinox, new season. There's going to be a new month, you know what I mean? So it's this new, there's a fucking full moon. So there's just, I'm telling you, there's an energy shift that happens on March 31st. And it's like everything that we've been through the last month is just, it was all preparation. So I see a strong Aries for you guys. It could be a Leo Sag for some of you, but since this came out with the Fool card, which is also the Aries, it's like a new beginning, a new passionate beginning. And some of you could even be writing some of this down in a journal or just creatively writing. But I think that the reason why that is symbolized like that, this person has a journal, is because the King of Wands is very passionate and expressive. And so one of the ways to passionately express yourself as a king would be to write, you know what I mean? It would be to write out your thoughts and write out your orders and write out what it is that you want to see happen, you know, and it may be interesting to write on the full moon. So some of you Aquariuses could really benefit from writing about this new journey. It might be a new journey with writing. Some of you really might be starting a new passionate journey with journaling. So that's kind of interesting there. New beginnings, definitely new beginning here as well with a queen. So some of you might have a decision to make between a new beginning with a water sign or a new beginning with a fire sign, because we do have a king and a queen here, right? So there's some air and water energy in a new fire and water energy. Or you could just have a new beginning passionately and a new beginning emotionally. And that could have been what you were charging forward to at the beginning of the month. So let's just take a look here, because we have some time left. I definitely see you focusing on emotion, really. I mean, that queen and that four of cups looked very, very similar to me, how they were staring off into the distance with that cup there. Except one, I don't know, they both kind of had the same look on their face too. So that, definitely some emotional, the universe is wanting you to take a closer look at this cup. I mean, you're definitely taking a closer look at the cup here. It's shown here in this cup here. And you need to take a closer look at these cups because of the energy that's on the underlying of the energy, right? We have this Seven of Cups here. So the Seven of Cups talks a lot about just multiple emotional options. And that might be why some of these options are being hidden under the table, because you're like, nah, I know what I want. I know you guys want me to, but I'm looking at this emotional option. And I don't know what that means to you, Aquarius, but there's an option that stands out to you. Because it's the Queen of Cups option. It's the best cup. It's the fanciest cup. I mean, look how fancy the Queen of Cups cup is. She has like a really significant glass. So there's something specific you're looking for emotionally. I mean, and this cup's quite unique too. There's a fucking octopus coming out of it. So, and you're looking to be fulfilled, right? Because now we have the Ten of Cups coming out. So there's a hidden energy here that Aquarius is kind of focusing on, or that you're communicating about. And you need this to happen in your mind. You need this to happen when it comes to mental clarity. You guys could just be communicating about this Ten of Cups feelings, or you could be emotionally communicating this month. And look at what we have here. The Magician. So you have the Magician twice. Here it is in two different decks. Same card, different decks. So there's definitely an element here of manifestation and power. But you want to be careful of letting that get stolen from you, because this is a sneaky, cheating, lying behavior underneath this Magician. So just look out for that. And then we have the Temperance card. So there's a need. I hate these cards together, but they're coming out so much together this month. So we literally have two of the gnarliest cards. And it came out like this, though. So it came out like this. There's a need to have patience with energies like, why is this not working? There we go. There's a need, because it came out in the middle. So there's a need to moderate these mental situations. Anything that's being stolen from you, or any energies like this that are just really hostile. This is a situation where someone's not working together with you either. So this explains this energy here. Why there's a very painful teamwork situation. For some reason, it's hard for you to work together with these people. It's hard for you to feel emotionally secure around these people, but the Temperance card is asking you to moderate the situation. Okay, yeah, there's some people with some ulterior motives. There's people that are sneaking and doing some really hostile shit there, okay? And we have the Lovers card down there. So there might be a new journey coming there for you, Aquarius. But as far as that, you just want to be careful, okay? And have patience with those kind of energies. But you want to maintain this Magician energy, because this means you have a trick up your sleeve, okay? And make sure that doesn't symbolize distractions, though, because the Magician can sometimes symbolize distraction. And somebody might be trying to distract you from leaving a situation behind when it's no longer serving you. Okay, so there is distraction coming up here for you too, because it's shown here. Literally, the Queen of Cups and the Magician are by the Queen of Cups and the Magician are by each other here. And then we have the Queen of the Cups and Magician here. So that's telling me just right now that there might be an emotional distraction. And I'm really feeling that there's an emotional distraction that needs to get left behind. It's because it's distracting you from your own emotional foundation. Like, it's important for you to be very stable, Aquarius. So that's what this is talking about. You need to handle the Ten of Cups in a very mental, Queen of Swords way, which is, you know, I'm not going to lie, that's kind of interesting. So we have this Seven of Cups here, and I wanted to talk to you about that because this was the underlying energy. And, you know, it just, to me, this is a subconscious realm that can be a bit confusing. This is seriously such a Pisces energy. Like, Pisces brings with it so many different emotional options. It's like you want to, don't get distracted too much. Like, whatever cup you're thinking about in all these pictures, this picture and this picture, there's a cup that you have kept in mind this whole time. And so, good luck finding it, Aquarius. What one was it? Was it the one with the snake in it? Was it the one with the reef in it? Just, you can go ahead and choose whatever this Queen of Cups energy is for you. And, you know, what I mean by that is that there's a lot of emotional options, and not all those options are going to be beneficial. Not all of those options are going to be safe. So this is just kind of taking a step back. This is a subconscious realm. I think this is kind of the energy that Pisces season showed everybody. Like, hey, in a subconscious state of the way, and in a subconscious way, we have all these feelings. This is the subconscious. This is Pisces, right? Pisces is the 12th house of subconscious. So a lot of different emotions going on here. I think maybe you just feel a lot of different ways. Okay, but you know, you just want to communicate this like the Queen of Swords. Now it's interesting because on this deck, look what card we have underneath the High Priestess, which is also the Seven of Cups. So this is another repeating energy for you. Is the Seven of Cups. So you just need to weigh out your emotional options, Aquarius. I don't know who this one person is who has your attention. But if they're worth it, fine. But if they're a distraction, if they're from the past, you want to be careful because we have retrogrades happening. So, you know, you've got multiple options. You've got a lot of cups here to choose from. It literally says shop. So it's like, make sure you're just weighing out your options. Go shopping emotionally. Make sure you're just not investing too much in one thing because all of these things are going to initiate a different emotional response out of you, okay? And I think you need to emotionally spend some time in reflection in March so that you know what it is that you're looking for emotionally. And I'll be darned, we have the King of Cups. So this is what the King of Cups looks like. All right, and underneath the King of Cups is the Five of Pentacles. So there could have been some emotional left out in the cold business going on with a Leo, because that's wanting to come up in your reading. There's a Leo that feels very left out in the cold by you, or if it's not a Leo that feels left out in the cold, then it is you finding the strength in a situation, and there's that financial situation again. So if you do feel left out in the cold financially or not comfortable, there's some kind of painful work situation going on in March. Well, you just want to have the strength. I don't know if you work together with Leos that you left out in the cold or something, but you just want to kind of mind your own right now. And I'm seeing that you work together with a Leo and a Taurus. And now we have, this is the Capricorn card, the Devil. So you want to be careful of any Capricorn manipulation going on. And we've got the World. This is what the World card looks like. So I think a lot of stuff is changing for you, Aquarius. I really do. I think you're learning and you're working as hard as you can on these things. But I would say that this energy is really important for you. And, you know, you coming up as the, you know, it's like, as far as emotion goes, you're a lot like this King of Cups. Okay, your feet are kicked up, and here's that cup again. This is the cup that you chose, and you're just chilling there, emotionally satisfied, emotionally cool, calm and collected. Even though the waves are coming up slowly, you're like, bottoms up, baby. Like, you're chilling, you know? And it's because the High Priestess, well, like, she's very meditative. She's meditating and just spending time in reflection. She's spending time in her own. She knows the secrets of the universe, so she's just kind of whispering to the angels here. So, you know, as far as all this energy goes, Aquarius, I think that the High Priestess is here to help you see the unseeable. Maybe she's helping you see these emotions exterior to yourself so that you can choose in a non-biased way or something like that. I just think there's a lot of different options. Pisces season brought up a lot of different feelings for you. So the Seven of Cups is something that is definitely coming out there. And I think that it's about you really just weighing out your options and you know, honoring yourself emotionally this month in March, because there's a lot here that I think it's kind of under the scenes with you, but there's a lot of cups here, a lot of cups, a new beginning, you know, a lot of new stuff happening, and a lot of completion, which is not surprising because it's Pisces season. So very, very interesting there, Aquarius. Let me see here. Page of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. So I just think there's multiple completions going on. Completions in relationship sectors, emotional completions. And hopefully this Nine of Wands energy is on its way out the door, because it's very guarded energy. So be careful guarding yourself against these emotions and against new love coming in, or, you know, you want to pay attention and make sure that you're not too distracted, that you're not hearing the call of the universe, you know. So, Aquarius, I do think that is it for you. We do have the Eight of Swords coming up there, so there could be, you know, and the Knight of Swords is very much something too. I think you're just, as far as being mentally trapped or anything like that, you're charging forward, and you're going to handle it in an intellectual way. So, that's your reading for March. I hope it was helpful and relatable and just accurate, you know what I mean? This is a little bit of an interesting, I think Pisces and Aquarius are probably going through some different kind of energies, going through a little bit of all of it, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, probably why the Magician is here. So if you have any questions, I have all my information down below. I have my Instagram and my Facebook and my email and all that kind of cool stuff. And I would love to hear what you guys think about this reading, especially now that it's, you know, we're going through so many changes and new beginnings, that I would very much like to know what we all are going through. You know, I do care about the people who decide to watch my videos, and I care about their input and any questions. So yeah, that option is there if you need any further guidance, or if you just like to reach out to me, talk to me on a more personal level, that's fine too. But other than that, Aquarius, I hope you have a really great rest of March. And I hope you have a great full moon in Libra and a good Pisces new moon tomorrow on the 17th. And I hope Aries season is kind of cool for you. Different energy to work with, and completely new energy. Completely. And I hope you have a happy Easter. For those of you who celebrate St. Patrick's Day and Easter, happy holidays. And also, I just hope that you have, I just really wish the best for you guys around the next trip around the zodiac, because we're starting over, and there's doors closing and doors opening, and I just hope that you guys have a nice year. You know, this is the astrological new year. So happy spring equinox, happy Aries season / astrological new year. And I just hope that you guys are all doing well. And I guess I will talk to you. I'm not sure when we'll talk again. But just keep an eye out for any videos I have coming out. I definitely have a few ideas. So, you know, and I have those Jupiter videos if you want to check out my Jupiter retrograde videos. And I might do a video on Mercury retrograde. I'm not sure. It depends. But I'm definitely going to be uploading a video tomorrow about the new moon in Pisces, so I'll talk to you then. Bye, Aquarius.